Yo, what is up, you guys? The Keith Carnes here, and just as I said in a earlier video, I would be reviewing the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw, which took place last night. So let's get to it. Overall, the show was decent. I wouldn't say it was a great show, but it was decent. It was good. It was definitely worth the watch. Plenty of legends returned. D-Generation X, which brought back X-Pac, Billy Gunn, and the Road Dogg, along with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, of course. They had a short segment, but it was still pretty cool to see it. We saw the wedding between AJ and Daniel Bryan, which, of course, didn't go off as planned, as AJ pretty much laid a bombshell on all of us and said that, and had Mr. McMahon announce that she will be the new general manager of Monday Night Raw, I guess, starting next Monday. So that's going to be pretty bad for one Mr. Daniel Bryan. We saw Brock Lesnar and Triple H go at it a little bit. Obviously, they will be facing at SummerSlam. I mean, big surprise, right? So we'll see those. I can't wait to see it, though. Triple H, Lesnar, Brock Lesnar better win. After that loss against John Cena, I almost stopped watching. But I could take him losing to Triple H a lot better. We saw Lita return with the APA to completely destroy Heath Slater, which was really cool. We saw the Intercontinental title defended. Christian defended against The Miz, and thankfully The Miz won. So it looks like Miz is officially no longer being punished, as it's been quite obvious that WWE has had him on. He's been in the doghouse as of late. With who? I don't know. We saw Mr. McMahon kicked off the show. It was cool to see him back. We saw The Rock come back and hit the rock bottom on Daniel Bryan. He hit the rock bottom after Daniel Bryan said he was the best, and that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, back to the Intercontinental title match before I forget. The ring announcer for that was the legendary Bret the Hitman Hart. It was cool to see Bret Hart back for a night. We saw The Rock announce. We found out that The Rock will be finally getting his WWE title shot at the Royal Rumble this coming January 2013 against whoever is the WWE champion at the time, which I would almost guarantee is going to be it's going to be CM Punk. We saw CM Punk versus... we saw a six-man tag match before I forget. There really wasn't that many matches on the show. We saw the annoying Brodus Clay. And we saw Brodus Clay with Swagger. I actually will admit I didn't really see the match. I wasn't really paying attention. It was a boring match, but when I just kind of skipped through it, and when I skipped through, I saw Dude Love McFoley out there. So sorry, I thought I heard something. Dude Love McFoley returned as well. John Cena went one-on-one with CM Punk in the main event for the WWE Championship, and we saw Cena, I believe it was Cena, got thrown into the ref. The ref got knocked down. That's when Big Show came out, hit a huge, powerful spear on Cena, and then hit his WMD, his knockout punch, and knocked Cena out cold. We saw a look on Punk's face like he didn't want to win that way, but he was like, hey, what am I going to do? Wait until Cena comes to. So he got the ref back in there, went for the pin. Of course, Super Cena kicked in and kicked out. And then when it looked like Cena was going to win, when Punk put him into the GTS, what are you doing? My dog's acting weird. But when it seemed like Punk was going to win, Cena got out of the GTS and put him in the STF, and that's when Big Show broke it up, disqualification. Therefore, Punk retains. Cena wins, but by disqualification. Therefore, Punk can't lose the championship under that stipulation of disqualification. And he's just, I mean, he just destroyed Cena. I mean, like, choke slammed him, just destroyed him, threw him against the ropes and everything. I think he choke slammed him. Don't be a dick if I'm wrong. And Punk just would not help him. And honestly, I was like, oh, Punk's going to be like, oh, hell with that. That's not right. So Punk never did, though. And all of a sudden, you know, if you smell the Rock's music hits, the Rock hits the ring, hits the Big Show a bunch of times, lays him out for the people's elbow, goes like that, goes off the rope, jumps over Big Show, goes off the other rope, comes back, and bam, who gets him? CM Punk just lays the Rock out, and that's when everybody was booing. And I don't really know if it's 100% that CM Punk is heel, but I would say it is, because he refused to help Cena, and then he took the Rock out for really no reason. But overall, the show was pretty decent. If you're able to, I would watch it. Highly recommend watching it online. And that's going to be about it for my review. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the future, and I hope The Rock versus Punk at Rumble, because they definitely have a feud that's not going to be boiling over these next months or whatever. So that's it. The Keith Carnes out. Thank you for viewing. Please rate, comment, and if you liked what you saw, subscribe for more. Peace.